Shortly around 6 o'clock last night, we received some 911 calls of a disturbance taking place uptown, kind of to the east of the Festival District, near the library, about an assault that was about to happen or possibly in progress. Officers were dispatched to the scene. When they arrived, they found our suspect, who was wielding two swords and apparently had been in an altercation earlier. The officers that had arrived were trying to get him to put the swords down and trying to negotiate with him. Of course, in that process, they're asking for further backup, and one of the officers who was en route for backup was, in this case, a motor officer responding from about the 1400 block of Jefferson Street. During the course of that response, the officer lost control of the motorcycle while northbound on Jefferson Street, and hit a curb and was ejected from the motorcycle, and subsequently hit the pavement, was severely injured. There were a number of motorists who stopped, made 911 calls, and attempted to render aid, which we obviously greatly appreciate. Other officers responded. We are looking into the accident this time, and the officer was transported to an area hospital for what we would call serious injuries. He's in Columbia at a hospital, yes.
Was he life-flighted or was he taken by ambulance?
No, due to the weather, he was not life-flighted. Lightning, things of that nature that were taking place at that time, but he was taken via ambulance to Columbia.
But the injuries were that it would have required a life.
They were very serious. Yeah, they were very serious injuries at the time. So.
Do you not have any idea what played a factor in the accident? Was it speed? Was it people on the street?
No, it's under investigation at this time. I'm sure we won't have anything until next week in terms of exactly why the accident occurred. We do know that obviously there was a loss of control with the motorcycle, and beyond that, really, I don't have anything else on it at this time.
Do you know the nature of the disturbance, why this man was wielding swords?
It's my understanding that he was involved in an altercation earlier that he did not come out on top of, and was coming back to basically up the ante, if you will, with swords this time. So the officers clearly take that very seriously. We're trying to negotiate with him and deal with him to drop the weapons, but in the course, trying to get more backup there to make sure that we were able to, overcome that, hopefully without force. In the end, he did submit, and he was taken into custody, I believe. So, this is one of the officers that was responding to that particular call at the time. Well, within the traffic unit, we have 5 officers plus a supervisor, a sergeant, who are all trained on police motorcycle operation. In addition to those officers, there are a number of officers at various ranks within the department that at some time in their career have gone through motorcycle training school, which motorcycles have been here, 30 plus years. So there are a number of us who are motorcycle certified. Some of us may not ride as much anymore or at all, but you have to attend the same type of training in order to pass the motorcycle qualification.
What kind of training is that?
We require our officers to go through either an 80-hour police motorcycle certification course through Kansas City, Kansas Police Department, or through Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. They have the resources to host large training sessions that are 2 weeks in length, that are very intense, up in the Kansas City area. And if the officer does not successfully complete a number of tests and skill development things throughout that course, then they don't get certified, thus they don't ride a motorcycle.
What kind of safety gear did they wear when you were
We have a policy on requirement of vests for our police officers, so that is required. In addition, the motor officers have special boots that are designed to help keep them from burns and turning ankles, things of that nature, and of course safety helmets, which are required by state statute anyway.
Are they just standard helmets, or is there anything?
They're police motorcycle helmets. They are special for us, but they certainly meet the same standards that they would for any other motorcycle helmet, which are extremely important to have in the first place.
Do you have a condition update on the officer?
He is currently stable, still undergoing some tests, but he is stable at this time.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
We obviously appreciate those that stopped. We have a good relationship with our public here, which we value very much, clearly. And those that stopped were very, they were there to render aid, call 911, give us conditions until we could arrive along with EMS and so on and so forth. So clearly we do appreciate that kind of assistance.